I have created and designed a 30-day talk to the camera challenge. This is my first video of my day one. Day one was simply just turn the camera on and speak to it. My idea here is to put up the unprocessed, just raw footage. I'll top and tail it and maybe cut out some long silences. It's an exercise in documenting and logging my improvement as I go and compare day one to day 30, compile all those in the compendium and make a little log of that and put that up. Enjoy. Thanks for coming. This is the first day of a 30-day challenge for me where I'm going to speak to the camera every day for 30 days. And so day one, introduction, why am I doing this challenge? At the moment I've got a much bigger challenge for myself, which is one of the choices for my life is that I want to master the art of creating entertaining YouTube videos. The reason being that I've been a web developer for the vast majority of my career, which has introduced me to a few things like public speaking along the way, and I've had some diverges from that where I did some corporate team building facilitation for a while. I did some sales for a while, and just turns out after basically 20 years of working in the workforce, I'm not completely happy with that kind of work, and got to a point in my life where I'd had it. I'm over it. I'm done. And although I'm still have a certain amount of interest and a lot of knowledge and skill sets from that, I'm looking to try something different. I'm in a lucky position at the moment where I get to be living in an environment where my costs are really low. So that's affording me the time to really put in the effort and focus and get in on mastering this art. And so I've made a few videos on YouTube. In fact, 18 months ago, it's probably what sparked it. 18 months ago, I just got my phone out and gave it a go and made a video which is basically a cut down, it's like Goldilocks, but with bacon and egg rolls, and my adventures of looking for the perfect bacon and egg roll in Chatswood where I was living at the time. And it came together great. I loved it, and I made a few other videos, little adventure ones, and played around, and they went really well. I enjoyed them. But beginner's luck, maybe, I lost the knack, but I got the bug. And so here we are down the track, and I really want to give this a shot. And so I'm finding myself a little bit resistant to getting a camera like this out and having a talk to it. I come up with video ideas and then I write scripts. And I find it a challenge. I did go through a 4-month process of creating a course for Drupal, which is what I've been doing for work. I'm a Drupal web developer, and I created a course on the Udemy platform, which is aimed at people that got no idea what Drupal is. Somebody who's got a job to look after the website, happens to be made Drupal. They're like, what's this Drupal thing? How do I manage it? How do I put content in it? And so I made that course. I did a lot of speaking to camera for that, and it was very scripted and had to be very precise. So I was talking directly to the camera. So I got 4 months of practice of reading a script, putting it at the camera, reading a script, putting it at the camera. And after going through that process, I'm finding this impromptu style that I'm doing now has been a bit challenging for me to get started. I've had trouble coming up with ideas. What am I going to do? Dealing with perfectionism, thinking to myself that, hey, I don't want to put a substandard video up on YouTube. It's embarrassing, it's vulnerable. People I know will see it. People who are already watching my channel and have given me good feedback will see this and go, what happened? Fear of judgment, etc., etc. So that's partly why I've put this exercise in here. Now I've set a goal for myself today to speak for at least 5 minutes, and we're not up to that yet. So it's 5 to 10. I'm going to try and get the whole 10 out if I can. But that's pretty much my story of why I'm doing this exercise. It's an exercise I found on YouTube. There's a video there where a guy was teaching the 30-day challenge, and he was selling his own how to speak to camera course, which is great, good on him. And the videos, it's a really good video. If I happen to upload this, I'll pop that in the link. And so he actually created a video following one of his students go through this 30-day challenge. And he speaks to the camera and he gave a few tips, got a bit of an idea about what it was, because it's not just speaking to the camera every day, it's structured. But he didn't give that structure away. You got to go and join his course. So I didn't want to do that. So I've sat down this morning with ChatGPT and come up with a structure of my own, a 30-day challenge that just each day builds on the day before. And so this is the first day where it's just an introduction. It's about me. Off the top of my head, I can't remember all the other exercises. Things like not saying like I just did. So you'll do it one day where your focus is don't say your arms. And so I've structured it where you've got like a topic and an exercise. So it comes through as like, let's talk about something you learnt today or yesterday and try and say it with passion. For example, things like that, exercises in looking directly at the camera, exercises in using hand gestures, and each day it suggests a topic and a trait or exercise to work on, and it slowly improves. And then at the end of each week, there's a day to do a talk to camera where you review what you've learned that week. So that's going to be an interesting journey, and you can come along with me and see how this goes. This is my first one, and I don't know how it's going to go. Hopefully at the end of 30 days, not only have I improved and got better, but I'll get over some of my resistance. I find myself resistance to putting this camera up. And I'm already learning now while I speak to that. Part of that's because when I'm making a video, I've got a very particular topic in mind. I want to do a great job. I've got that choice of wanting to master the art of creating entertaining YouTube videos. And I want to get them right. I want them entertaining. I want them fun. I want them to work. And I've only just started. It's brand new, and I think I'm holding my standards way too high, and it's causing me to get a resistance to getting the camera out and speaking to it and producing a video. And in this case, here's one. I might even upload it onto my channel. I don't know. I attempted this exercise maybe a month or two ago, and within a couple of days I gave it up, and I uploaded those first couple of videos onto my channel. I also hadn't really realized the sense of having this structure and having it structured out, and I was just kind of randomly speaking to a camera going, what am I going to talk about? And found myself talking about random stuff that I wasn't particularly confident or vulnerable that I necessarily wanted to share, and so it all got too hard and I threw in the towel. And so here we are. I have this structure, and I think I've done a pretty good job today, and we've got stuck into it. I still have about 2 minutes to go. I might as well fill up the last of the 10 minutes. I'm working on a video at the moment because I'm finding myself in a career transition. You know, I'm a web developer, I'm a Drupal developer. Quick side note, part of that, I've started a podcast with a colleague of mine, someone I haven't worked with, but I've met him through the industry, and we've spoken to each other over beers at conferences and stuff like that. And so we've started a podcast, and we're talking about web development and Drupal, and I'm finding myself all the time to do the editing, so I'm getting a lot of editing skills, and I'm managing 2 channels. So I'm really at a place where I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know exactly what I'm doing. What's my niche? What's my goal? I'm running 2 channels. I've got that course I created. No one's signing up for it yet. I'd like to monetize this. Do I need to go get a casual job, etc.? I don't know, but we're working towards it. So at the moment, I have a video I'm working on career transitions. I've been spending the last week or so, I think we're getting close to 2 weeks of watching and reviewing videos, YouTube videos on the concept of career transition and changing careers, going from watching lots of people doing TEDx talks and a few other little videos, taking notes and trying to see what the common themes and common suggestions and common ideas are, and what I think about that and how I feel about it. And there are some points of contention, so it's really interesting. And so I'm building a video of that, and I kind of just got straight into it and started editing and bringing down little clips of people from TV saying jobs, right? Politicians, newsreaders. There's so much so many people talking about jobs and such in our society. It's a good little clip, and I'm quite proud of it. So it'd be interesting to see where that video goes and what comes of it. That's the one I'm working on, and there has been that conflict of, hey, I want to get this video done. I need to speak the camera to do that video. It's part of my vision for that video, yet I haven't gone through this 30-day process. I'm wondering about how to manage that. Now it's just occurred to me, I just need to get this done. I've got to do this exercise, and it doesn't stop me doing that video. This is 10 minutes, speak to the camera, it's done, it's dusted, and then I can get back to working on that video, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I plan to release that one. It won't be perfect, it won't be polished, but that's part of the plan, part of the strategy, is get it up there, get some feedback, see what works, see what doesn't. Each one I do, I learn something, and then I can move on to the other one. Reminds me of the Done Manifesto, where the point of being done is so that you can do something else. So if I get this done today, I can get on work on that video, get that video done, I can get in and do another video. And that's my 10 minutes up. I've done it. Fantastic. If you're still here watching, well done, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.